to just to go through the documents content, and also dive deep into the tech perspective from his head. So no problem, that I think I can handle it.
Okay. So let me see if Beckham has already. Oh, Beckham has joined. I've joined. He's already here.
It's okay.
Yeah, and then I can welcome all the other members. Thank you guys for joining. Continue joining. This live is about to get interesting. We're gonna get a lot of insights. Yeah, I can see a lot of people are joining.
Hi, Beckham, welcome.
Hello, guys.
Anita.
Hello, Liban.
Hello.
Yeah, I hope you're doing good. It's a pleasure seeing you guys. You guys look good.
We appreciate that. It's a pleasure seeing you also.
Okay, so maybe just say the coffee, please. Say the coffee. Liban, I think your video has gone off.
She was telling me the same thing, yeah. But now the issue, Killian can see me from his side. I don't know what magic is happening between your screen and Anita's screen. I'm totally on, yeah.
Okay.
Because I've switched it off. I've switched on again.
Maybe just try that again, please. Because can you see us?
I can see you, both of you, very clearly. Yeah. No problem. I don't know if you can see me, Anita.
No, I still can't see you. Your screen is black.
I'm wondering, and I can see both of you from my side, yeah? So no problem. Yeah? Still, I can see both of you from my side.
Okay.
Let me just grab my cup of coffee. Just a minute before we start.
No problem, it's okay. You still can't see me?
I still can't see you, but we can continue like that.
No problem. Now, I don't know. It's okay. Just 1 minute only. I hope my audio is also clear, right?
Or you.
Audio. I hope I'm audible enough, right?
Have you turned on your camera, your video?
My camera is crystal on, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Liban.
Yes.
I'm just from talking to Killen now, and he's saying that Stopper Jene is capable of seeing everybody. So I think it's for us who are in this call who might not be able to see you, but I think we can simply start and just try get as much as possible from this session. And I'm extremely looking forward to what we'll be able to talk about. So I think like the first thing we can do is to simply start with the formal introductions, and then I think Killian has joined. So I think first of all, Anita will simply give us an introduction of herself, just to maybe let her know what she does. Then Killian, then me, then Liban can finish off.
Yeah, okay. So, hey guys, my name is Anita. I'm the marketing officer at Proxima AI. So at Proxima, we aim to improve customer service because we are certain that customer service is the backbone of every organization. With a good customer service, everything else will flow. So yeah, that's from me. Yeah, we are looking to have a nice session here. Yeah, so let me let Killen introduce himself.
Hello guys.
Hello.
Hello, Killen.
My name is Glenn. Hello Liban.
Yes, sir.
Hi Anita. My name is
Hello,
Glenn. The brand of Proxima AI. I'm very happy to be part of this session. And this marks a milestone for us as Proxima because this is our first live session, and I'm sure we have many more. We have many more that are coming. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to being part of this conversation, and I'm welcoming everyone who's joining our live. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much, Kilan, for the introduction. Thank you, Anita, too. Okay, so my name is Becca Motino Chin, and I'm the founder of Proxima, and I'm so honored to have our team here with us today because of the contributions that they do daily in terms of making sure that the company is well represented. So Proxima is a company that is working towards achieving customer service, customer experience, customer journeys, customer loyalty on behalf of companies. Meaning, if you are talking to your stakeholders, let me say parents, teachers, students, without Proxima, then it might be an issue. But if you have Proxima in your loop, then of course it's something better. So that's it from me, and it's a pleasure. Really looking forward. So Leban, maybe you can finish off with the introduction.
Yeah, really, I think I appreciate the Proxima team for that quite good introduction. So to all of our viewers, I just welcome the viewers for joining us recurrently. My name is Liban Etiam. I'm the founding director of ATM College. So ATM College is a school of ICT and languages located in Comaroc Secretariat. So our main focus and the key area is just to bridge in the gap here between the students who have freshly graduated from high school who are ready to join the campuses. So we prepare them in terms of ICT and also on our languages part, which has really been growing over the past a couple of years as we are celebrating our 4th anniversary. So I think I'll be looking forward to this live and also to hear more about AI from Proxima and your team also, Mr. CEO, Mr. Beckham. So I think even I'll still have also some questions about the AI because we have been using it for a while, yeah. And I think also most of our viewers will mostly be the students and also people who are in the tech. So I think they'll also need to know how AI runs and what simply is AI in as basic terms as possible. So I think it's going to be a very interesting talk.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so first of all, I would love to say big up on your 4th anniversary. I still have fresh, I still have fresh memories of when you were starting your school. And to be honest, I can say it's been quite a journey, and just continue winning. We are looking forward to simply attending that too. Yeah, so thank you for that, and just to welcome the people joining. Okay, so I think we can first start off with the definition of what artificial intelligence is, and to make it better, I think I won't say it myself. I simply want to know whether you guys know what it means. So we'll start with Kilen, Anita, then also Libani will also give your answer.
Exactly.
So Kilen, what's your perspective of artificial intelligence?
Am I supposed to define it or just say something about AI?
Just say what you think it means.
Well, artificial intelligence, what it means. Yeah, that's a very I wouldn't say tricky question, but artificial intelligence is basically what I'd call advanced intelligence. Yeah, I don't know if I'm making any sense, to be sincerely honest.
Oh, okay. So, when you say now advanced intelligence, do you mean that the intelligence that we have, now as human beings, is something primitive?
No. I'm not saying that human beings are not advanced in their thinking.
Okay,
What
so
I'm trying
if
to
you
say
say
is,
also, yeah. Okay, so if the one that we now have is also not primitive, would you say that that now Liban is now is an artificial intelligence?
no. I wouldn't class Liban as an AI, as an AI, as an AI agent. Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. Then, Anita, maybe you could also just give your feedback.
Okay, so what I think of artificial intelligence, I can say maybe it's people matching human intelligence to machines, like what can I say, like people copying human intelligence and then integrating it into machines so that machines can think and work like humans. I'm not sure.
Okay, so like just to like build up on like like on now what you said, you see like
Yeah.
the famous model now, like now which is Chat GPT.
GPT.
What will you assume like the now the now IQ of that to be Chat GPT? Just guess 120, 90, 60, 50.
Can you repeat the question again? I didn't get you
Like
correctly.
yeah. Okay, so if you are trying to like simply guess the IQ of Chat GPT, like what number would you now give it?
I'd say 80%.
80.
Yeah, because 80%. I don't know, because there are some questions you have to think for it. Like you have to ask it specific questions for it to give you the answers you want. So I don't know. Maybe 80%.
Okay, so like you see, funny thing, like
Yeah.
the now I can say like the now average IQ of like now let me say normal person is like I think it's like 110, 100 or like now or something. But then Chat GPT it is 155.
Oh, nice.
Meaning that it is extremely that it's like not extremely intelligent. Okay, so Liban, like what do
it
you think?
surpasses the human, because see at the end of the day, I think she's done a very good try. She has a very good idea. It's something that she was like 50-50 with it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
So I
I
think
can say that
for
the
my
answer was better. Yeah.
I think
Okay, for you, go on.
answer was better off here. But you see, for most people, what they usually just wanted to know is that what is simply artificial in intelligence. So I think for me, I can try to quote like Justa. You're just trying to integrate the human knowledge into a machine now, which now the machine now runs in the hardware and the software part now. So that knowledge now in a smart way now, that's what now artificial intelligence is now. So in basic description, so that we can try to fix it in a way that even someone who is in lower primary can try at least to get the idea of artificial intelligence.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure. Makes sense. Yeah. We'll try to make it as simple as possible. So if someone is in primary baby class and they are maybe asked the question, they can simply say, okay, so like to simply like so now this is my perspective, which may be different from your own. So like if we are to simplify what it means, I would say it is simply trying to like now get machines to do what we humans do, trying to like model the brain. Like that's the simplest way I could maybe describe it. And it's a very simple description for something that has like a very big magnitude in terms of the impact that it is having, in terms of the way it is also transforming cultures, in terms of like now in terms of the way it is building businesses, helping people, employment, making sure that so many things are flowing. And most importantly, is how it is now impacting education. And that's the main topic of today. So, Liban, in your school, like you are a very tech-centric school in terms of like the way you try like now the way you work towards modeling your students, you work towards making sure that they get the best service, like in terms of them just being able to be at the forefront of like whatever is happening. So like just to build upon that, like since I know the demographics of your students, like how have you also been able to like just make sure that you are now giving them the best tech in terms of like the things that are most trending?
So the first thing, running an institution, especially an ICT institution in the modern world which you're in right now, it's not a joke, if I'm being honest. So number one, you have to make sure that in terms of tech part, and I'm speaking now in hardware form, the computers they're using should be up to date. That means that there's no student who should be using anything which is less than a 10th gen. That's the first thing which we have tried to ensure from our own perspective.
Okay, sure.
We have also to make sure that we are running under the latest softwares. I'm speaking in terms of Windows 11. So you see, like the previous years we have been using like Windows 10, and also we were using like Core i5s. Yeah. So at the beginning of last year is where now we tried now to improve our facilities, whereby we changed and we transitioned from now the i5s we used to use now we start using now i7, but now 10th gen version of it. I remember we used to use like 8 GB RAM. Now we transition to 2 GB RAM because most of the softwares which the students are running, they need if you say that you're running on a high tech institution, when as a student steps into class, you should be able to feel the real life experience, but of the modern tech, like someone who's even abroad. Yes, we are in the African continent, but someone who's even abroad, and they should feel like as if they're on the same platform and on the same level of tech in perspective. Exactly. So
okay,
I think
cool,
we have tried to make sure our software is latest. We are running on the latest software. We are running on the latest equipments in terms of facilities, just to ensure that even if we are most of the AI has been trying to be implemented as much as possible, they should be running on the latest tech. So that's the number one thing which we have tried to implement as early as last year until this year.
Oh, fantastic!
Exactly.
Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, sure. So, like from your sector now, like what do you think artificial intelligence can do in terms of now maybe just trying to like shape your company to be like so much future centric?
If I'm being honest, I have so many examples, but I'll just focus on one perspective. That's now the customer focus, which is now under the customer care now perspective. So I believe there's the last time you pitched me about the Proxima idea about the chatbots, I was very 50-50. I was like, I think the chatbots might work, or is it just a throw waste of money? So number one, as even you were speaking last night, we had an editing session from our studios, So there was someone. So now see our branch is usually closed at 6 p.m. So there was someone who was trying to interact with our institution, at exactly 7:45 p.m. Now you see at that time, even if someone is running any customer care, unless is now a huge telecommunications company, that's why you can get staff members to work 24/7. If I'm being honest, just for the customer care for a 24/7 availability. So we have tried to use the chatbots, especially from Proxima now, and the artificial intelligence now. Those chatbots have really played a very huge impact on our customer customer care perspective. You find that most of the information which is shared through our customers, they are not even interacting with the humans or our staff members. They are interacting with the chatbots. Now still that's under AI. So it has been really crucial. And number one, it has been very much a time saving, because if I'm a client, and I send a message to a specific a company inquiring about, example, an institution like ATM College. What does the ATM College offer? Where is the ATM College located? Yes, Google can give you the answers, but if you have an additional a chatbot, it has been fixing and running our customer care so smooth that even when the customer care staff members now come in the morning now, it's AI has done its job already. So their job is just pick up from there. In case there's any calls which has actually be followed up, they just make the call. So I think the chatbots have really made a very huge impact in our customer care perspective, which is the first focus in any business, if I'm being honest. Because at the end of the day, the number one priority of any business, whether there's money or no money, is the client. So the customers have really been sorted through the AI, and it's a really big privilege. I'm also appreciating Proxima also for that, and I'm also congratulating them for that very improvement in terms of tech in the modern century which we are in.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Liban, thank you so much for your sentiments.
I appreciate
it. Just to build up on that, like from your sector, from your sector, I can say you do have now so many stakeholders, meaning now teachers, parents, students, and I'm sure that now at times it is now extremely bulky in terms of you trying to simply talk to them, just make sure that okay, things are flowing, things are happening. So like how do you think that that like now has now shifted?
I think it has shifted from if I will to give it any rank or any percentage, I will give it more than 80%, because you see previously, what you are what we were doing previously was very traditional, because you find that you have like a number of 100 students. Remember, these are 100 students. Each student has two parents. Of course, that's naturally. So you find that both parents are trying to communicate to the school, right? Has my student come in? Has my child come in? Has my child done this? Should we do this? And at the same time, you have clients who are already students, and you have new clients who are coming in. So the traffic which is there is so much that even the customer care team cannot handle it within time. So you find that at the end of the day, you lose clients, or you have parents who are, and clients who are not still yet satisfied. So the chatbot and the AI way, I think it has really sorted our problems more than 85% than how it was previously compared to the current situation now.
Okay, sure. Yeah, fantastic. So just to now maybe give Killen some time to talk, just for him to like also say something.
So thank you, Beckham, for giving me the opportunity. You know, that's what we used to say back in high school when you're given the chance to debate. Yeah. So yeah. So Liban, I've heard what you said.
Exactly.
Quite informative, I must say. So I have a question for you. So you see, the world is slowly shifting, and I'd say not even slowly, rapidly shifting towards AI. Yeah.
Exactly.
People are, I wouldn't say people are becoming more lazier, but technology is somehow taking over.
Exactly.
So as an institution,
yes,
how have you prepared yourself for this transition?
Number one, I think that's a very good question. Yeah, that's a very a good question which our team has been trying to handle for the past a couple of years. But at the end of the day, I'll try to give you from two perspectives. Yeah. Number one, we are speaking of artificial intelligence. So, which means either way, even if someone is using AI, this is tech, a device has to be used, either a laptop, a phone, a computer, and most likely a very huge percentage, more than 95% of the youths and the people who are using AI in their lives, they're using it through their mobile devices and the computers. So what ATM does now is we now bridge in the gap, whereby even if someone is using, I'll give you a very good example. Assuming you have someone who's a very good web developer, he knows how to work with front end and back end programming. Bring someone else here who doesn't know even how to operate the tech. So you find that even if AI, yes, is there, it's easy for them to use, but if they don't know how to use it, it becomes very hard for them to work in any environment and use the same tech which they want to make their work easier. So that's the first place which ATM College comes in. We bridge that gap so that we give you the basic foundation and the foundation necessary which you need to be able to use the AI and any other tech which you want to run in the new modern century. The other part is now the e-learning platform, whereby for the laziness, I think that's very true, because there's been a very huge debate here on people trying to turn to be lazy now after now tech has been trying to take over. So I believe that any business is not even about an institution, but any business which is trying to run in the modern market should be coming with a way to solve any problem. So what you have tried now to implement is the people who are not yet and are not willing to study physically. We have created an e-learning platform whereby at the end of the day, you want to use AI, but you don't know how to use it. So what's the first part you usually go to? You usually go to YouTube, right? You Google how do I run blah blah blah. So now the people now where you're searching now, you are the first choice of now training you and giving you the way forward on how to use that tech now. That's how we have tried to get in and bridge in the huge gap which is there now.
Okay, sure. So thank you for that, Liban. And I think from my side, like the biggest thing people have is now simply adaptation. Yeah, because like you see, so many like you see, so many people are still stuck in like now in the so many like the now traditional ways. Like they will say, okay, I simply can't text someone whom like now whom I can see someone like now who is a machine. So like now what has been the perception on that?
I don't know if that was
in terms
for Anita
of the
or it was for me. It never went to a specific person.
Okay.
I'm saying that was a follow-up a question for me or for Killian.
It was for you. Like it was for you.
Come again?
Okay, so like what like now what has been the perception of the people when they want to simply now adapt? Then the people know, okay, I'm not talking to someone, I'm simply talking to a machine. Yeah, like what has been the perception towards that?
I think number one, it comes with pros and cons. Yeah. In fact, there's a client who called us yesterday. In fact, he was complaining, but the moment you explained to him the benefits, I think he started now to adopt to the new tech ways. Because if I'm being honest, there's no way you can lie to yourself that you can. You see, in the current world we are in right now, number one, if I don't think most of the companies, they cannot employ 24/7 hour team to be running a customer care for any company. Yet the rate which AI is growing is very high. So most of the clients, number one, you might find there's some question. Of course, anything which has a pro always comes with a con. So the pro is that the AI has been capable of handling most. In fact, the chatbot from Proxima has been able to handle for us most of our customer care needs, just the same as a normal human being can handle. So you find that a huge percentage of them, more than 85% of the clients who are interacting with ATM college, it's very hard for them to realize that they're not chatting with a human being, they're chatting with a bot. For them to realize that it takes time. Now, unless now you find that someone tries to interact with a complicated now questions, whereby now the system now tries to lag behind or else it struggles to provide the correct answer. Now that's now one of the biggest challenges. But I believe the feedback from 85% of them has been quite positive. And number one, it has been a very huge time saver, if I'm being honest. Efficient to the top most perspective point.
Wow, cool, fantastic. Okay, so like now a question for you, Keelan. Yeah, because we've been now asking Liban like 50 questions. So now let me know
Anita, so I hope we shall hear from her soon.
Yeah, sure. So okay, sure. Go on. Anita, maybe you can like throw a question or two, or also maybe a comment.
I think her audio is on mute.
Sorry. A question to Liban.
Just anybody. Yeah, but you can give it to Liban.
Okay, so for me, I'd like to know now for them as an organization, how are they finding the Proxima AI work? How is it working for them? Not for the customer, like for them as an organization.
So I think again, it still it revolves around the same platform the customer. See, for any organization, number one thing, the main point where you need a customer care team is to make sure that your clients' needs are sorted, because that's the number one person who's running any organization. The person who's running any organization is not even the CEO or the boss, is the client, because without the client, there's no organization totally. So I believe that any company which has implemented any chatbot, especially like the one from Proxima right now, you see, from our own perspective, it has really made work very easy for us. 85% of our workload has just been, it's as if we just shredded some few papers and we call it a day. Because you find that at a specific a good day, you might have 50 clients who want to inquire about their institution. So what are the courses being offered? Where's the location? Who's the blah, blah, blah? What's the fees? So if 90% of the queries which are coming from the clients are sorted by AI, then I think it has played a very crucial part in our organization in a positive way, if I'm being honest here. Because I think anything which runs more than 50%, we don't even have to check at it from the negative perspective. It means it has made a very huge change in any institution and any organization. So I think AI has really been quite a huge advantage for us, and we shall really implement that even in our coming future programs.
Okay. Yeah, so I have another question. Let me ask him another question.
No problem.
So, okay, sure. So will you recommend for any other organization to adopt such a virtual assistant? Because I know it comes in handy even for cutting costs, customer service costs. Yeah.
Exactly. So I believe I'm a very strong believer in Proxima.
Yeah.
And if I'm being honest here, over the past couple of years since Proxima was founded, I've been the first number one marketer who has been trying to recommend Proxima to most of the institutions. You see, there's one question which Beckham asked, and it was very, very crucial. How we have been able to cope with the clients who still want the traditional way. So you find that most institutions, especially the ones which we are dealing with, we deal with most of the high schools which are around Komarok, and also in Nairobi at large, and in Bakassi and Nairobi at large. So you find that most of the principals, whenever you approach any new client, you pitch them the idea of we have a chatbot which can communicate with this and this. These are people who don't even use email. Most of them, they still use the post mail, which is in rough paperwork, which you have to buy stickers to stick to a mail and send it to a specific company to reach you. So now imagine now having to transition. So it has been quite challenging. But what we've been trying to show them over these years is that in the next couple of months and in the next couple of years, if you're not using AI on your customer care, is going to be very hard to handle any client who comes in your organization inquiring, either new or an old client. Is going to be very hard to maintain and to get a new client. So I think I will recommend to any company out at large, to the virtual agent and the chatbot which you are currently using, the Proxima AI. That's the only way which we have for the future, because I believe that I'm a firm believer that unless you are running a multi-billion-dollar company, which I've not seen quite some for a few of them in the country we are in right now, for you to be able to employ a 24/7 a customer care crew, which still can't handle 100K people at the same time, then I believe AI is the only option, and Proxima and their chatbots is the way forward, because there's no team which can handle 100K 2 minutes, even if you are 85 people in the same organization.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I think just to simply build up on your comment, Liban,
yes,
there are two aspects. Number one, your scalability as a company.
Exactly.
Number two, your competitive advantage. And
Exactly.
when you have such infrastructures in place, meaning at whatever time, at whatever day, someone could now talk to your company, they could get the most from your company. And yeah, then you as a company, you will simply focus on your core business, meaning that, okay, things are still now happening here, and there, but you're still focused on, okay, let me still run my institution, while now you can find there are certain, there are certain companies which like now they want now adapt the same system. So you will now have that competitive advantage. Then your core competencies as a company will now be boosted too. Yeah.
I think that's very true. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Especially from the competitive. I believe I've not heard of any company which says they don't want to compete in any market, not unless they want to. I don't know which business they are running. But any person who's running any business in the modern tech world should know that for you to be on a very on a good a competitive position, AI is the only option, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just to add on what you guys are saying, on our different engagements with different organizations, well, you see, in the country that you are in right now, I highly believe that AI is still a very, very call it, I wouldn't call it a new concept to that extent, but I realized that there's a lot of skepticism. The people are still skeptical about it, and I feel like that is how change that occurs. It takes time, but as you're going to get there, and it's so nice, it's so encouraging to see young CEOs like yourself and Beckham embracing new technology. You see, you're moving with time. Nasema bendera ufuate upepo. So you are the flag. You need the wind. Umefuata upepo, which is very commendable. Yeah.
I think
Yeah, sure. Like,
very true.
first of all, yeah, I think now Liban has been in tech for now quite some time. Yeah, plus Liban has also seen like now the way things change. So maybe Liban just now like simply give us like a simple time now overview from like when you got started, then you saw things changing, then you like started building that picture of now what is to come.
Exactly. I think the moment ATM College was being established, yeah, that's exactly 4 years from now. Yeah, that's exactly 3 and 10 months plus 11 months plus, because our anniversary is just in a few weeks time. So
sure.
the first thing you see when any company is on a startup, and I think that's in fact, even from your side, I know you have been having the same quite a challenge, yeah. When a company is on a startup, yeah, you find that convincing a company that one day you'll be running 100 clients, 1,000 clients, 1 million clients, it's usually very hard to convince them that we can be running a very huge, quite a number of clients. So what has been happening over time is that the first student came in, from the first day the client came in, it was easy to handle, because it's one-on-one physically. Someone physically comes to your establishment, you come, you explain to them about your product, they leave. But again, so the moment time was going by, we started now realizing we are taking 5 minutes to handle only one client who is a potential client, so which means he or she might or might not come. That's 5 minutes which you have taken out of your day. Now multiply 5 minutes by 40 other people. It means that your day is almost about, you are past half a day, right? So what we tried now, and we came to see that we have to use tech to utilize on the customer delivery. So the moment Proxima came in and pitched us the idea about opening and buying the chatbots, to make sure that it helps us, number one, cut on cost on the customer care team. Number two, make our work more efficient, and we are serving a very huge broad-based number of clients. So I think that's why now we realize that if we are wasting this amount of time on only some few clients, yet you find that if you're running, I think you have seen that from a business perspective. If 40 clients step into Proxima, it doesn't mean that 40 people are now on your customer list. You might have one, two, or maybe even on a bad day you have none. But now you see, now at the end of the day, we are not saying you wasted your time in quotes to explain it to them, but what we are saying is that if the same time you took to explain to them, you could have saved it at that time only through a chatbot, yeah, and utilize, I think, it's where now we realize that we need to implement on the chatbot. We take it seriously, especially if we are looking to grow up the business and serve a huge number of clients in the society.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Then, like the best thing there is, like now I can say like a full infrastructure in terms of the now analytics that you get from the backend, which is a very, very critical thing, meaning that from like now all of your interactions, you can simply get the peer numbers, charts, and all what not.
Exactly. It becomes, you see, even for the one which I was telling last night, I was watching the chatbot interact with our client here. I think that's the best feeling any CEO and any entrepreneur in the whole globe wants to see. If you can sit back, I still handle the task which I'm running, being sure that my team left the office a long time ago, but work is still continuing as normal from the tech perspective. This is a really huge advantage, if I'm being honest here. So I think it has been quite a very huge advantage to running and using the chatbots,
sure.
either from the front end or from the back end, especially because now the clients are interacting with the front end part. So from the back end, it has been quite smoothly. The reports have been accurate and up to date, and also it has been also building up on what to be improved also, so that you find that the chatbot automatically adapts to the new information which you add. So immediately you try to change something, it has automatically adapted to it. So you find that the human interaction now is less. Now, unless now you want to make a phone call, which I'm sure even Proxima in the next few years will be able to provide a chatbot which now on the call form, so that you find that if our staff members are not available at that specific time, we can have a bot which automatically communicates to our clients. I hope that's also what you're working on for the future products, inshallah.
Sure. Yeah, sure. We are working on, like now on scaling. Plus, like there are so many things to come from us, because I do believe that we simply have like a very good team, very smart people working towards tech that will change the face of customer service plus customer experience. And we are fully committed from our side to simply make sure that the vision that now has been cast must be fulfilled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think I have questions for everyone who's there, but I'll start with Anita and I'll go to Killian. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
I think you said you're in charge of the marketing team, right?
Yeah, I'm in charge of the marketing department.
So I think I've been working with so many. I think I wish branding manager was available. It's just that he left the office in the morning, so he's not available. But he could have had so many questions for you. But I'll save one for him now. Yeah. So
okay.
In terms of marketing, I've dealt with clients who are quite traditional, and when I mean traditional, I mean really traditional, You find that someone is still on the past. I don't know which decade they are in or which century, but in this century, it's very quite tough to see from that perspective. So you as now the leader who's in charge of now the marketing, how have you tried now to cope with the challenges and the questions from specifically SEOs and entrepreneurs who, when you approach, they're like, why should we? So why should someone who's new use a chatbot from Proxima?
So the first thing, when I'm contacting like potential customers, I want to know if they understand what artificial intelligence is, whether they have interacted with artificial intelligence before, so that I can know now who am I talking to, so that I can know if they understand it. So I've interacted with people who actually don't understand what it is. Other people say that, our organization has very few customer agents, so we don't need that. We don't have a lot of clients at the moment. We don't need that. So you've already touched on that, and you said most people when they are starting an organization like a startup, you can't see the picture. Like 10 years from now, you'll have a lot of customers. Not even 10 years from now, you'll have a lot of customers, and and we'll need the help. So the first thing about Proxima, you're guaranteed customer support costs. You will cut them, and in this economy that we are living in, that's a very nice thing, because if somebody is selling you something that can cut your cost by maybe half, not even half, like by maybe 3/4, that person has you in mind, has the organization in mind. Hiyo pesa inaweza pelekwa mahali pengine isaidie pengine. Secondly, you're guaranteed 24/7 customer support, be it at night, be it during holidays or Christmas. At customer service wameenda, no, Proxima is always there for your customers. Another thing, another thing is efficiency. Like, the Proxima answers the questions there and they are not at it has to consult, don't know what, it's already trained. So your customers have instant feedback. Ukiuliza swali wanajibiwa.
I think that's quite fair. So I think she has mentioned everything. Most of the challenges and how she copes with them, which is very realistic, especially. There are some specific entrepreneurs which I don't know which label we shall give them, but just for the purpose of time, we can't try to give them levels. So for Kilena, you're running under the operations team, right? You're the operations manager.
Yeah,
So
brand manager for that.
in terms of so I think for you, as you don't interact mostly with outside clients, she does most of the marketing perspective. So now that means you, as the head of operations, you try to ensure that the new features which are being implemented from your own side, they usually make sense, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, from the clients and from the viewers who we have right now, and also from me being a client, because I'm also a client, even if we are partners, you're also a client, yeah? So what are the new features which you have tried to implement, and you are trying to come up with, at least we'll try to better our customer care?
So basically, Anita's mentioned about efficiency, right? Ensuring that our virtual agents don't lag behind in giving responses. So what you're trying to do, because I believe we've given you a variety of features. We have the community, we have the Chrome extension, we have the iframe, just to mention but a few. Let me just create some excitement, because I believe most of you interacted with what we have.
Exactly.
So let me just create for the people who are on our live. We call them the Mwananchi. There is something that we are cooking for you. Yeah. Kuna kitu iko jikoni. So please follow our social media pages. That is on Proxima AI. Instagram, that is Proxima AI _KE, that is Instagram. Facebook, Proxima AI. TikTok, Proxima AI. As I've told you, Liban, you've asked about the features that we are working on. Currently, I don't want to disclose a lot because I may end up saying so much. But there is something that we are working on, and I believe it is going to revolutionize how people basically just interact.
Okay.
It's amazing.
So I think
that's amazing. And the best part about it is that it's not something that you have to go purchase it. I know most of the people here have interacted with Play Store, so you just keep snooping around. Yeah, there's something that is coming.
I see what you're saying. I understand. Now, I have a question for the CEO of Proxima, which I think I'll be asked after this. So I'd rather get the answer from you. So
okay, sure.
What I believe what Proxima does, and what Proxima majorly has been doing, which I've heard from all of the staff members, from Anita and Killian, and you yourself as the CEO. So what AI has been doing, it has been we'll just use the easiest way for anyone who can understand. It has been making work easier. You can just use that one.
Yeah, sure.
Because the basic term. Yeah. Now, for someone who's been working under the customer care team, assuming there's a company which has 300 staffs on their customer care team, just to interact with their clients, the moment Proxima comes in, that number will go out by 85%, right?
Okay, so that's a very good question, and I think that it's also important that you've now brought it up.
Exactly.
So, like you see, as a company, we simply don't want you to stay at the same place.
Exactly.
We simply want you to scale. Then, what we now want is now for you to scale with the now pre-existing infrastructure.
Exactly.
Meaning, now simply we are now trying to now simply build a more now hybrid structure for you to simply work with now a couple people, but now then our virtual assistant will still cater for most. Then now you simply now have the best platform for you to now be the best company. So someone might now decide to now get some people out. That is not simply not my choice to make, but that's for them to make. But for us, we are simply aiming for a more hybrid structure.
Exactly. I think that's very fair. That's a quite fair answer. So I think if I'm being honest, I've not been disappointed by how Proxima has been. There's a couple of flaws in there, which is normal for any system. If I'm being honest,
Yeah, sure.
So I don't know now. You as a team of Proxima, I don't know now. What can you promise now your clients?
Okay, sure. So Killen, I can say, said something. There are so many things to come. I will just say something, but not so much. There is
okay.
an yeah, yeah, sure. If you saw from my status, Liban, you saw you simply saw that there is a certain application that is supposed to come out. I can say next month, end month, which will simply make things better, and that is just as much as I can say for our customers. Please follow. Please just do what you can to support the company. We are we are like simply fully committed in terms of like the work that we do. It's purely genuine work. We simply want to make sure that you get the best experience. We simply want to make sure that this particular load is now lifted from you. And you, like now also as a company, Liban, you can like simply have the best platform to scale. Because like one thing I want to see, is now simply for your now institution to be now, I can say, among the best in Kenya.
Inshallah.
And that is what we are now here for, to simply take you through the journey. Yeah, they say the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, and I think we've now taken like 4 or 5 steps.
Exactly. So we are on the right direction.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. So it's been a pleasure from my side. I can say I've truly enjoyed your company. Someone can't even say that it's 40 minutes past. Yeah, meaning that it was a worthwhile conversation.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's a quite fair one. Yeah. I think I really appreciate the Proxima team. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. So from your perspective, I think the staff members have really came through. They've tried to ensure that everything is running as quite efficient and quite smooth as possible. So not unless we get some final comments from Killian and Anita.
Yeah, sure.
So maybe I can start and then Killian can finish as well.
Okay.
So Liban, there's a question you've asked.
Yeah.
And that question, I've been getting that question a lot. Yes. So is Proxima coming to replace our customer service agent?
Exactly.
Of which, it's not coming to replace anyone. It's not coming to take anyone's job. What we want is Proxima to work hand in hand with your customer service agent. So we're only improving efficiency. Nobody's job is being taken away. So people should not be scared of that.
So it's more of misinterpretation. I see.
Yeah. So
sure.
It is not replacing anyone at anyone's job. It's only coming. You will work hand in hand with it.
Exactly.
So I think I've enjoyed this live. I'm hoping everyone who has joined has learned something or two. And follow our pages, follow our social media pages, visit our website. You can also find our product demonstration on our website. So you guys visit www.proximaai.co. Yeah, so Killen can take over.
Well, I believe Anita has summarized on everything or talked about everything that I wanted to say. But I want to give my appreciation to you and the team. Stopper or in absentia, we've worked together for the last, I think, 2-3 days. I'd also want to give appreciation to Kipto. Kipto is our production officer here. He's done so much to ensure that at least we get this rolling. I'd also want to give appreciation to Anita, who we've worked together with, and most importantly, I want to give appreciation to Beckham. Yeah, it's been getting him to do this live sometimes is a bit hectic. So the fact that the fact that we just had him here is something quite amazing. But I'm really happy, and I'd say this conversation has actually been quite fruitful. And the first is not the last, so I'm sure we'll interact more. So thank you guys for your time, and for our followers and for the people who have joined our live. I also want to say thank you, and don't forget to visit our website, as Anita said, that is www.proximaai.co. If you want to know or to try our product out, just go to the demo section on our website, We have a few choices for you there. We have hospitality, we have education. Just click on any and try asking our assistant any questions and see how efficient they are. It's a playground for you. Go try everything out. And for those who are interested in visiting us in our offices, we are located in Juja, where Juja Modern Hospital is located on the second floor, office number 26, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. You have beautiful evening, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think Liban maybe can finish. Yeah, can finish the line.
Yeah, I think now Mbona, I appreciate the ATM staff member team, which has really tried to make sure that we are marking our 4th anniversary this year, and I think we have done quite a good number of videos. I'll be also expecting one from Proxima. Exactly, yeah. So I think it's a team's effort, and I usually say that there's a difference between the leaders and the bosses. So the difference is that a boss wants the job done, and the leader shows you how the job is done. So I think it's a very huge perspective, and they're two different, distinct people. So we usually try to ensure that we make sure that the students who have completed the Form 4, they are actually prepared to join the campus, so that by the time someone joins our campus, they actually have the technical skills which are needed in any form of organization. So I appreciate the Proxima team also for ensuring that at least we get this live on hand, and also for answering most of our AI tech questions. I know there are people who have learned from it also. There are some 1, 2, 3 people who came without knowing what is AI. Now I hope they know and understand the AI perspective. So to real Stopper Gene, I think Stopper is a very huge he's the one who's in charge of our media. And I think he has said